Hi there! I decided I really have to conclude my series on pedals with these two modulation pedals. We're all familiar with these classics, and I don't mean to do any comparisons with any other brands, I just have these two Boss classics. The first one I'm showing to you is the Tremolo. This Tremolo pedal, TR-2, is actually quite often used in the records that you hear, but it's used in a very subtle way. Here I'm using it with a very strong presence. So here's how it sounds. So, the trick is to have a rhythm which is produced actually by the tremolo. It gives you that natural rhythm, so you don't really have to play all the time, you get that rhythm easily. What I meant in the beginning is that if you lower the effect depth, you get a small, slight effect, which is harder to hear, but it's still there. So that's what you usually hear when you hear a tremolo pedal. It's sort of a slight, sort of a tremolo and a beat there. And immediately when you increase the beat, you can hear it very clearly. Very nostalgic. I think tremolo is as early as guitar amplifiers. I mean, it was already produced with the 50s amplifiers, and it's still present very much in the guitar music we hear these days. The chorus effect is a much more recent development. I think it became popular in the 70s, in the late 70s. This is how it sounds. There's a lot of chorus there. Usually, again, I think people use chorus with a much lighter setting. That sort of reminds you of Prince, for example. And of course, when you imitate some players like Kurt Cobain, you really need the chorus, because he has a lot of it. So if you have open chords and a strong chorus, you become somebody from the 90s. That's the way people played at that time. I'm not using modulation effects these days very much. They are really hard to use in such a way that you don't notice them. I think if I use them more, I would really use them in sort of a very mellow setting, so that they would just basically add on some elements to my sound. Now let's do the same with the chorus. see in the collection of pedals that I tend to use. These are the pedals I used early on when I started experimenting with different traditions. Especially if I played more 80s music still, I would definitely use one of these choruses. If I played retro 60s, 50s music, I would definitely use a tremolo. It's up to you. See you next time.